When it comes to disability insurance for professionals, one of the most important decisions you will face is choosing between an own occupation policy and an any occupation policy. Both options offer unique benefits and have different implications on cost. Understanding these differences is key to making an informed choice for your future. In this video, we'll dive deep into the differences between own occupation and any occupation disability insurance and help you understand what's at stake when it comes to cost, coverage, and your career. Disability insurance is designed to protect your income in the event that you are unable to work due to illness or injury. As a professional, your ability to perform your job is your livelihood, and protecting that ability is critical. However, not all disability insurance policies are created equal, and the type of policy you choose can significantly impact both your financial security and the price you pay for coverage. First, let's explore the two main types of policies, own occupation and any occupation. Starting with own occupation disability insurance, this type of policy is considered to be more comprehensive for professionals. It covers you if you are unable to perform the specific duties of your own occupation, even if you are able to work in a different occupation. This means that if an injury or illness prevents you from doing your current job, but you are still able to do another job, you can still collect disability benefits. For example, a surgeon who is no longer able to perform surgeries due to a hand injury, but could still work in a non-surgical medical role, would still be able to receive benefits under an own occupation policy. This provides a higher level of protection for those in specialized fields. Now, let's look at any occupation disability insurance. This policy is typically less expensive than the own occupation policy, but it comes with more limitations. Under any occupation policy, you are only eligible for benefits if you are unable to work in any occupation that you are reasonably suited for based on your education, experience, and training. So if a surgeon can no longer perform surgeries but could still work as a medical consultant, this policy would likely not pay benefits. The focus here is on whether you can perform any job, rather than the specific job you were trained for. As you can imagine, this can be a significant limitation for professionals who have highly specialized skills. So, what's the real cost of these policies? When comparing the two, own occupation disability insurance typically comes with higher premiums. The reason for this is simple. The policy offers more extensive coverage and a higher level of protection for professionals who rely on their ability to perform specific tasks within their occupation. Own occupation insurance provides peace of mind, but that peace of mind comes at a price. The cost can vary depending on factors such as your profession, age, health, and the specific policy details, but generally you can expect to pay anywhere from 30 to 50% more for an own occupation policy than in any occupation policy. It's important to remember that while the premiums may be higher for own occupation insurance, the potential payout can be much greater if you're unable to work due to injury or illness. For example, if a highly specialized doctor were to lose the ability to practice their specialty, an own occupation policy would ensure they receive the full disability benefit, whereas an any occupation policy could leave them without support if they are still able to work in a different role. In some cases, the cost of losing your livelihood in a specialized field may far outweigh the additional cost of the premium, making the own occupation policy a more valuable option despite its higher cost. It's also important to note that the longer the waiting period for benefits to kick in, the lower your premium will be. This means that if you're willing to wait longer before receiving benefits, you may be able to save money on your policy. However, this can be a gamble, as you may find yourself in a position where you need to rely on that insurance sooner than expected. So it's crucial to weigh your options carefully and consider both your health and your profession when selecting the right policy. Additionally, many professionals may find that their employers offer group disability insurance. However, these policies often provide only limited coverage and may not meet your needs as a highly skilled professional. Group disability insurance plans typically use an any occupation definition, meaning that if you can work in another job, you won't be eligible for benefits, and they also tend to offer lower benefit amounts, sometimes as low as 50% of your income. When you are comparing individual policies, you'll have more flexibility in customizing your coverage to better suit your unique needs. One way to balance the cost of insurance with the level of protection is to consider purchasing a policy that offers a rider. Some policies offer riders that allow you to change the terms of your coverage as your career progresses. For example, a residual disability rider can help protect you if you experience a partial disability that reduces your income but doesn't prevent you from working altogether. This can be an option that gives you the flexibility to adjust your coverage over time without having to pay for full protection when you don't need it. Another option to consider is the future increase option. This rider allows you to increase your coverage in the future without undergoing a new medical exam. This can be especially beneficial for young professionals who may expect their income to rise significantly as their careers progress. By adding this rider to your policy, you can ensure that your disability insurance keeps pace with your increasing income without having to pay for higher premiums up front. So, when deciding between an own occupation and any occupation disability policy, it's important to consider not just the cost but also your career, your income, and your long-term goals. For some professionals, the additional cost of an own occupation policy will be well worth the extra protection, while others may find that the more affordable any occupation policy provides sufficient coverage. Ultimately, the right choice depends on your personal situation, your tolerance for risk, and how much value you place on having the flexibility to return to a career in your specialized field if you are unable to work. In conclusion, choosing between an own occupation and any occupation disability insurance policy is a significant decision that requires careful consideration of your career and your financial needs. While the cost of the premiums may vary, the peace of mind that comes with the right coverage can be invaluable. Take the time to evaluate your options, consult with an insurance professional, and select a policy that provides the protection you need when you need it most.